Good afternoon, class. Today I will be sharing with you my historical nonfiction unit. For this unit, I have chosen the topic of Abraham Lincoln, and for my age range, I have chosen the 2nd grade. The next 5 books are books that I feel a teacher can use in his or her classroom to help introduce the topic of Abraham Lincoln. Let's get started. The first book that I have here is a fiction book. However, it is based off of a dream, Lincoln's dream, a dream in which was reoccurring throughout his life, as well as he had this particular dream the night before his assassination. This dream is him on a boat or a vessel sailing to a location that he could not find out and he did not know. In this book, we see young Quincy, a little girl, who's on a field trip at the White House and runs into Abraham Lincoln's ghost standing over the Gettysburg Address. He is sad and he feels that his dream of seeing equality and unity and man coming together as one and fighting for the same thing. He goes on to tell Quincy that he is sorry that he is so sad, but that so much needs to be done after 1865. Quincy takes him by the hand and shows him, in fact, just how much has been done since his death. She shows him that equality is something that's becoming more real each and every day in today's society. She shows him that the states are united, that it's now the United States, and we're all one, and we're all under the same dreams, so to speak, as well as talking about just different things that he wanted to see but never had the chance to see. This book has some really great pictures, very artistic, very vibrant, very bold colors, and overall just a really great and fun and easy book to kind of open up the door to learning about Abraham Lincoln. Again, this is a fiction book, but it is based off of Abraham Lincoln's recurring dream. My next book that I have is titled Abraham Lincoln Comes Home. And again, this is a fictional book based off of actual events. This particular event is the train ride that was taken that took Abraham Lincoln's body from Washington to Springfield, where he was later laid to rest. Within this book, we see a lot of vibrant colors, very patriotic. Some of the scenes that are portrayed in this book, we see the people coming together to celebrate a man's life. One of the really great aspects of this book is the last few pages of it, in which we see some information about the actual train ride that Abraham Lincoln took from, like I said, from Washington to Springfield, as well as some interesting facts about that particular train ride. One of the really good facts that I thought was very encouraging was that 30 million people took part in Abraham Lincoln's funeral procession, as well as the train ride from Washington to Springfield. So again, this is a really good fiction book that again kind of shows the impact that Abraham Lincoln had on a nation. The next book that I have is called The Gettysburg Address. This is a speech that Abraham Lincoln gave during his presidency. This book is a little bit more historical. There's a little bit more words per page, but they are still very easy to understand. The pictures in this one, a lot of them are very realistic. Some of them are portraits and pictures of actual things that took place during Abraham Lincoln's time. One of the things that we see here is the poster for the reward of Abraham Lincoln's killer. And we see there's a reward for anybody who has any information. Again, it's very easy to understand, and talks about different things that took place during the Gettysburg Address and that time period. Really great book, easy to read, good historical content. The next book that I have is called The Emancipation Proclamation. Again, another document that Abraham Lincoln took place in creating and had a part of. This again has some really good images. Again, this is a really easy book to read, and the pictures are very historical. We see a lot of good content. A lot of the words that are a little bit harder for a child to understand are in bold. So I can find you an example. And those words that are in bold, as we see here on this page, are words that can be found in the glossary in the back of this book, and gives a definition of what that word means to help the child better understand what it is they are reading. Here we see a timeline, which is really helpful to give kids the idea of just in fact what took place and how long a lot of this took to actually see through. Again, a really good book, easy to read, good pictures, an excellent add to a library and a classroom. The last book that I have is a little bit larger, but it's a really good book and one of my favorites, and that is called Lincoln Shot. And what's so great about this book is the way that the pages are and the way that it's set up. This particular book is set up as if we were reading the newspaper back in 1866. So as we see, this was the cover page of the newspaper on April 14th. We see the price that it was only 10 cents. We see some really good artwork that was done actually during that time. Through this book, we see a lot of different articles about Abraham Lincoln and about his life, and just things to commemorate the man that Lincoln was. This is just a really great book. It talks about his childhood, his adulthood, his road to presidency, when he became political. Just a lot of really good personal information. Things that kind of make Abraham Lincoln more of a man, rather than just a legend or even a myth, so to speak. One of the really great pictures that I liked in this particular book is towards the end, where we see pictures of portraits of Abraham Lincoln over the years. And here, and then we see here just him aging and him maturing as an adult, so to speak. And at the back of this book, again, we have a chronological view of just the different events that took place. Sorry, this is a really big book. Different events that took place starting in 1806 all the way until 1865. Some really good information, easy to read, fun to read, where it's not necessarily a regular book. It's more like a newspaper setting. Really great book, really fun to read, good to look at, some really good pictures. Overall, a book I definitely would recommend, as well as the other books in this unit. Again, are just really great books, really easy to understand, fun to read, and not so much of a chore or homework, so to speak. So that's the end of my unit. I hope you guys enjoyed learning about the books and seeing some of the pictures in some of these books. I hope that you will take these books into consideration one day if you have your own classroom, or if there's any teachers in your life, something that you may want to show them and get them the opportunity to maybe have in their own classrooms. Alright, thank you guys so much for listening, and have a great day. Bye.